Welcome to Omni Rewatch Podcast, the only Ben 10 podcast on the interwebs that includes Spotify and YouTube. My name is Ramen. That's Professor Berg, and that is the only amount of people for this episode. Kai is busy. Shay is somewhere in the shadow realm. It's just us.
I know where he's at the moment. Yeah, no, it's just going to be a duo episode today.
Yes, and kind of fits the theme of this episode, as this episode is kind of all about, duos and, working together as a team. So, Berg, would you like to pull up the wiki and explain what episode we're going to be discussing today?
Just give me a moment at this point because I'm so focused on everything else that I totally forgot to get the.
No worries.
Okay,
You are good.
yeah, we'll just edit this part out here.
Yeah.
Okay, this awkwardness here is in Squidward. Squidward. Okay, season 2.
Camp Fear.
Okay. All right. Now, okay. So we are on Camp. Okay. All right. We are now on season 7. No, that's sorry. I'm wait. I'm sorry, Mister. God fucking damn. Where the fuck am I?
I got you. We are on
No,
season 2.
I got it. I got it.
You got it?
I got it now. Okay, we can do this. Okay, well, like 3, 2, 1. Okay. Season 2, episode 7, Camp Fear. Distracted by Ben and Gwen's quarreling, Max almost hits a young camper by the name of Gilbert on the road. They take the boy into his camp, Camp Okanagan, only to find no one is there. As they investigate the premises, they find 2 more children, twins named Andy and Mandy, who are hiding from the something that caused the camp to become deserted. Max is captured by tendrils while being investigates, prompting Ben and Gwen to split up. While Gwen leads the campers to safety from fungal mutants, Ben attempts to tail 2 failed rescue missions, getting captured on the second, trying to escape, but unlocks a new alien by the name of Wildvine. Really tricks alien abuse Wildvine.
Hell fucking yeah. So, yes. First impressions before we get into the nitty gritty of the fungus about this episode. Let's go with you, Berg. What's your.
This was not a bad episode. I kind of like the fact that this was kind of a Ben and Gwen having to work together kind of episode. Like they're constantly fighting, but then they realize, okay, we need to put aside our differences to work on our strengths. I'll help Grandpa, you help the campers. It actually showed all very good, like very good on both ends. We actually see something I really hate is like the series shows like I feel like the writers remember like, oh, that's right, Gwen knows how to fucking fight.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Because in this episode, she takes charge. She like leads these camping kids to safety. So she's a good leader. Like the writers know how to like write Gwen. So so they put all their like good writing into this episode, and like we get these great like parallels of like they're remember there's these 2 twins that are introduced in the show, and they're like they come off as creepy. Even I think Berg, you were like, oh my god,
I thought
creepy.
Yeah, here's what I thought. I thought they were like plants and like mushrooms in the skies used to trap like unsuspecting people.
I know. I feel that because in every fucking Ben 10, there's always the too nice of people. Yes, yeah, I get you. Yeah.
But then as the episode goes on, we realize no, they're just kids because they seem nice at first, and then they start squabbling, they start fighting, they start blaming each other. It's like, oh, never mind, they're just regular kids.
Yeah, we get this like nice mirror flip where we see these like, 2 twins fighting, just like how Gwen and Ben would like argue, and like then there's like Gwen sees that and she's like, "You guys, can you like put aside your like squabbles and stop fighting? Like you guys are family," which is good. Like I honestly think this episode is good because it's a teachable moment for both Gwen and Ben. Like they both Gwen learned something as well as Ben. Like it's family. Like you can put aside your arguments.
Meanwhile, Vin Diesel comes out. Meanwhile, Vin Diesel comes out of nowhere, just like family.
Family. Hey, you know what? This is a plant related episode. Wildvine might as well just be a fucking Groot, bro.
He's like, I am. It's like I am Wildvine. Actually, actually, the thing is, he is kind of like if you look at Groot in like even back then before he was popular, that was kind of like Groot's kind of whole mo. Like he was that plant monster thing. And actually, he did talk in complete sentence before just going back to I am Groot. But no, this was actually a pretty decent episode. I did like it.
Yeah, I did enjoy it. Even the kids are not that bad. Like again, the kids are supposed to parallel Gwen and Ben if they were good, but they fight just as bad as like Gwen and Ben. Seth Rogen's in this episode. Little kid Seth Rogen. I don't know his name. I
His
forget.
name is
I'm just gonna call him.
Gilbert. It's fucking.
I'm just call him Seth Rogen. Come on, Bert. It doesn't really matter.
my,
half of them
my
are
man,
either.
my man's name is, like Gilbert is a pretty memorable. Is pretty memorable as a
Oh
name. Like
yeah.
I don't mean too many Gilberts, dude.
You know what? I don't meet too many Gilberts either. Okay, you know what? Give credit to Gilbert. He was pretty badass. Is upon his like, it's definitely when you first meet him, he looks. It's very freaky, but like no, we like all the kids. They fight off these plants, so you know they're all pretty memorable. You know, Gilbert provides that comic relief and. Seth Rogen's doing his job. Seth Rogen and these kids who I feel like are all voiced by Tara Strong. I could be wrong, but like, there's
I'm
definitely
looking it
like
up.
some Tara Strong like.
I mean, this is probably it probably is because it's like they probably just needed like Tara Strong for just one episode. It's like okay, we got the regular, we got Mac's voice actor, we got Gwen's voice actress. The mushroom guy, we probably have someone else doing it. Let's see here. Everyone else just say fuck it, like because there's not that many. You will not see many campers out here, dude. They are just like I don't know. He's voiced. So basically, Andy is voiced by a woman by the name of Kim My Guest. Which I don't know. I do not know. That sounds like a fucking pseudonym. That sounds like a fake name right there. I'm
Oh
sorry.
my! Hey yo, that definitely sounds like a fake name. That sounds like some
It's
name
like
that like Tara Strong gives when she wants more money.
and okay, and Mandy is voiced by Jennifer Hale. So that one I
Okay.
think is so that one's a legit. That one's actually a legit voice actress there.
Okay, and I'm assuming the dude is also voiced by him.
Oh no, Kim, I guess she's a real voice actress, but she's mostly known for anime roles or just like very small roles that no one gives a fuck about.
Oh, okay. Well,
No,
that clears
well, at
it.
least I'm just sorry. I never met anyone with the last name Guess. That's the reason why.
Yeah, no,
And let's
I
see.
feel.
If apologies to anyone who actually knew whose actress was.
I'm
It's
sorry.
like, you're like,
We lose
it's
our
actress.
guest.
I'm like, oh, we're sorry.
We lose somebody in the audience who has that last name. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we're sorry. And Gilbert here is voiced by Jennifer Hale again. So it's actually Jennifer Hale, mostly just Jennifer Hale doing most of the kids' voices here.
Okay, I gave Tara Strong too much credit. So you know what? Kudos to Jennifer Hook because that's like a lot of kids. That's like a lot of kids' voices. You have to differentiate.
Voices like two kids.
Yeah, that's still a lot. Still two's a lot. Um, good job on that. Honestly, I like they bring back so Ben and the episode opens with like Ben. He has like a weird foot fungus. Um, Actually, let me get my first impressions. I actually think this episode was amazing. I stupendous, fucking awesome. So I'm gonna continue.
Mm-hmm.
The episode opens with Ben with foot fungus, and like it they're arguing a lot, and I guess they're talking about birthdays, which I don't think the birthday shit doesn't come up towards the very end. I don't think that matters at all.
Doesn't really. It's just like I think they just kind of forget about it once. I think it's only just used
Yeah.
to show that they're like just the parallel to the twins. I think that's only used for. Other than that, no one really. It's never really a factor in this episode.
No. And so Ben has a foot fungus. Grandpa Max hits in the powder, and like and then that it gets brought back when Ben times out as Wildvine, and he throws his, fungus. Because the fungus can kill, the powder can kill any fungus, which, if a fungus can be that strong to kill that big of a creature, Arm& Hammer's got to fucking pack it. Arm & Hammer's got to repackage that, because that's some strong fucking
kills.
powder.
No, bro, it's gonna be like kills alien fungus.
That's got to be on the
When
fucking label. That's got to be on the fucking label, bro. But, like, that's what kills that fucking giant fucking succubus monster plant fungus.
Yeah, well, a succubus. Well, a succubus is a fucking that's a demon who takes your life force from like having sexual pleasure with you. I am just like.
Was that what that is? I was thinking tentacles. My bad. It's not a succubus. It's a giant. It's a giant plant creature that reminds me of one of those things. One of those creatures from Star Wars. The Sarlacc pit. The Sarlacc pit.
Oh yeah, no, I love that analogy right there. Yeah, it is like a Sarlacc pit.
It is.
Dude, that's which also has some sexual innuendos with that as well.
I might have to cut that succubus part out. I'm taking the Sarlacc pit right there.
No, that's fun. That's funny. We're going with that.
Okay,
I mean, do what you want, but that's fun.
Keep it in. Okay.
That's fun. I think that's funny. I think it's funny, dude. It just like shows. I think it just shows like how just like. I think it is kind of funny there. But no, I do. Actually, one of the things I liked about the main mushroom brain thing was the fact that it was sentient. It was communicating with Ben, and it was just like, hey man, nothing personal, but I gotta fucking destroy your planet.
Yeah, I'm saying this. It had more personality than the fucking tick episode or the fucking bug wasn't. It's just a bug. The only thing in that episode that like kind of communicated with those weird cult guys. The plant has a personality. It has a voice, but it only can communicate with Ben when he's Wildvine.
I think it's a better thing for it because at least because the tick is like it's just an animal and you don't really it's just like and it's like I mean it's just you see these fucking weirdos because you don't know if you see these bunch of weirdo like worshipers just like sorry but these weirdo worshipers like oh the tick sees all then like then when fucking cannibal kills it it's like oh we worship cannibal it turns back to Ben yeah fuck this kid we're out of here
yeah. This
I know.
The Sarlacc creature is fucking awesome. We shit a lot on Gwen. Let's just say that, Berg. We can count how many episodes we shit on Gwen. It can total up to an entire compilation if we wanted.
I would say the entirety of season 2, maybe with the exception of one episode, has been nothing but just Gwen hatred.
Dude, and like we're sorry guys, but this episode is actually the quintessential Gwen episode. She actually is good in this one. I have zero complaints with Gwen because if anything, this episode is like Gwen takes charge. She doesn't need power. She fucking kicks ass. It's her coming up with most of the ideas and leading the pack. Without Grandpa Max. If anything,
that's actually one of the reasons.
Sorry,
you gonna say. No, yeah. No. One of the things I really hate that because it's like they mention this a lot, but Gwen is super smart and is very skillful in a lot of things. And I remember like we were talking about this. We were watching like the Race Against Time movie, and then we're just like, and she's a reporter. I'm like, dude, why she's a reporter for the school paper? I'm like, dude, why don't she just use her fucking skills to figure things out, like recon, figure plans out? Like I know, I feel like this would be balanced. It would be Gwen's intelligence, Max's experiences, and Ben's omnitricks, and I feel like that would be like a very big dynamic, like a great power dynamic between those three. But it's just like, and we definitely see it because Gwen is she's very knowledgeable on mushrooms. She knows how to do archery. She's able to figure out how to do certain plans. I'm like, what the fuck was this Gwen for the past couple episodes?
Yeah, it's the writers knowing Gwen has these talents, like in the movie, like she has a multitude of talents. It feels like the writers previous episodes because they're trying to like be like Ben's the main character, and I get it. But if you're going to sit there and like make it and have Grandpa Max state that they're three of them are plumbers, when in reality before that it was Ben and Grandpa Max, then you know what? I would say in this episode, it proves that Gwen is, yes, she's proven to be a great plumber, but she's suppressed. Her talents are suppressed by the fucking writers. I really like Gwen in this episode. Sure, she shows a multitude of skills, and I am very impressed. Like, of course, Ben saves the day. I get it, and Grandpa Max, I think he's just there. He doesn't really do anything. If anything, he's just captured. Uh,
They really, I think they really did the service for Max this episode. Like usually Max is very super. He knows a lot about this, but I feel like this time he's just like he was just they did him dirty in this episode. And to be fair, I mean, and to be fair, Max is he is very constantly active in a lot of these episodes. He's always been there to help out Ben. So again, I'm not. It's not that I'm not hating on it, but it's just like I feel like this episode was like I think by trying to make Gwen look good, they kind of had the sideline Max, which I'm like that just didn't seem right.
yeah, and I I mean, maybe like one scene where like Grandpa Max like and Ben are about to get eaten, and Grandpa Max is like, "I'm not going down without a fight." I'm like, yeah, that's Grandpa Max, but what was that attitude the entire episode? You're being captured. I get it. These tentacle things are fucking gross, but like that's probably the best line Grandpa Max could deliver in this episode, and he's barely doing anything. So like,
Exactly.
Gwen and Ben when are the MVPs of this episode, and like, and and even these kids who I thought they were mushroom people too, but I thought something was gonna happen when they mutate. I was waiting for it.
Like Gilbert was just kind of there as a trap, just like I was like actually I believe Gilbert was just like dude. Like remember we had like it, then again it would have been like like a repeat of the previous episode like in
What?
season one where the retirement home and they just all the old people were replaced
The
by
body
fucking
snatchers.
aliens. So I feel like that would have been I feel like that would have been a repeat of that episode. So you know what? I'm kind of glad they kind of went something different here because it did work out in the end.
Yeah, and yeah, it because I thought Gilbert because yeah, we saw that weird like we just introduced he has that weird fungus scar, and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
so that's probably how they infect people and they become like little fungus things because that's what I thought the mushrooms were. But I'm like, okay, even if they didn't take that route, I really think you could cut that scene out where you show a scar and that doesn't mean anything. It's just a scar. It, it's just pointless. But like overall, fine episode. Wildvine's introduction. I actually do enjoy Wildvine, and as he's one of my he's on my list of like favorite aliens too with Cannonbolt. His introduction actually really good. I mean, like this is probably the best way to introduce him in a fungus type episode. Like,
oh, definitely, especially since, like I said, the main antagonist, the villain, he is plant. He is a mushroom. He's a fungi. And he's able to communicate with. And I like that it's actually like I said, he communicates with Ben. He's like, yeah, I refer to all fungus and plant life telepathically. I'm talking to you and shit. So yeah, I got to destroy your planet, bro. Just
I'm gonna
it's like
destroy your
why?
planet.
I love that he's like why destroy my planet? Just fuck it. That's why I don't give a fuck. Like
He
yeah, because I just want to.
he goes on this
Like this.
montage like we Ben, you're a plant. He's like we share. You're a plant. We share a mind. So wouldn't you wanna destroy the planet and take it for yourself? I'm like, motherfucker, have you not? If you're a fungus, have you not been watching around the camp? The kid, it's a kid. It's not an actual fucking plant. You know, it doesn't seem the plant doesn't seem hyper aware that it's a kid transforming into these creatures because it's
I
very
just feel like it just
stupid.
says I feel like it's just like fuck it. He's just like I mean for a lot of these aliens feel like I feel like the same way. It's just like they're just doing it. They just like they see Ben transform like oh you must be completely different. They see him human like guy to
No,
him.
he's not different. No, he's the only thing difference is he's a different alien. Yeah, he's a different alien. His build is different. His voice is different. But he has the same. He has the mentality of a 10-year-old. You have to. These aliens have to realize there's still a 10-year-old in that mind. He's a 10-year-old kid inside these aliens. There has to be some sort of logic and reason. And like, no, and like it's crazy. I honestly think Wildvine's a great addition to the Omnitrix. I do like his introduction a lot in this episode. And the transformation sequence is pretty cool.
Oh,
Um,
Sam, dude, it was awesome.
yeah. I don't think there's much, but I do want to talk about a few funny key moments in this episode. 'Cause I'm like, we might as well. Um, I do like when they're first enter one of the campgrounds, and then there's just this weird warm plate of spaghetti that looks like it's just been fully cooked. Which, by the way, if you're gonna, who the fuck leaves a plate of warm spaghetti just sitting there? It's no one's touching it. Who does that? Somebody's gotta fucking eat it. I don't care if you're being chased by the boogeyman. Eat the warm spaghetti and run, because
Like, bro, Brent had the right idea. He's like, why is I was like, man, I mean that spaghetti is like, I don't letting this food go to waste.
yeah, they're looking at him like, I'm like, no, he did the right idea. You don't leave fucking, like, if it's warm spaghetti and looks fully cooked, there's meat sauce on. I'm like, no, Ben actually is right on this. I don't fucking care if you look at him weird.
No, bro, there's not meat sauce. There's actually legit meatballs on that thing, dude.
Oh, that was like that's a premium spaghetti right there, bro. What funny key moment the tickled you in this episode or whatever?
Mostly just Gilbert. Just that Gilbert was just funny as fuck because I'm just like, I don't know what it is about this kid. It's just like he's all scared, but he also has his great moments. And I just love the fight between the two twins. Where just like they're just like mirroring Gwen. I thought that was funny.
Dude, I like
And
that.
that's
I like that so much. Yeah. Oh,
now
Gilbert's
you
a fucking legend, dude.
no, he is because it's like you think he's gonna be a scaredy cat, but I mean, he's terrified, but he's like,
Mhm.
bro, like he comes through in the end.
Yeah, yeah. When the kids are like gearing up with those like in the tool shed, and I'm like, okay, Gilbert. Wait, was it Gilbert who shot the paintball, or what did he?
No, it was Mandy who shot the paintball. It was Andy, the boy who did the hockey pucks, and I think Gilbert had like a baseball, like those baseball machines you shoot that with.
Oh my god, that's awesome. That's fucking cool. Yo, that's it. Yo, Gilbert. I dissed on Gilbert, aka Seth Rogen, but no. He's a real winner in this episode. All the
Kid
kids are
Seth
really good in
Rogen.
this episode. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, with the exception of Andy and Mandy during the first couple minutes, none of these
Mm.
kids are actually annoying. They're just like I think they all do work well with each other, and I do think they're pretty good. So honestly, I got no problem with them.
They do remind me of when I used to go to camp as a kid. They remind me of kids I used to like go to camp with when I was a kid. So honestly, they nail that aspect right there.
And you
Also,
went to camp with Seth Rogen? Okay, I see how it is.
I went to a hey, if you haven't gone to a camp with a Seth Rogen type, I don't think you're living, man. Overall, good episode. We're gonna rank our MVPs and then close and then rank this episode. So Ben has transformed into in this episode one, two, three,
Uh,
four.
so,
Four
so we're
already.
technically five, but we're not going to count that one. So he
No,
transforms the cannonbolt. He transforms into accelerate. Actually, I know there was one before. God, what was the first one
it was
beforehand?
Wild
Like,
Mutt. Cannonball,
Wild Mutt.
Wild
There we
Mutt,
go.
Accelerate.
Okay, you want to know why I forgot? Because Wild Mutt was so fucking useless, which is ironic because it's like Wild Mutt was so fucking useless in this episode. I just totally forgot about him. It was
Did you see him get taken by the tentacles? I saw him get taken by the
that.
tentacles.
That's the reason why I fucking because that's the reason why I kind of forgot him in this episode because it's like okay, you have Cannonball, Wild Mud, Accelerate, Wildvine, and we do see Stickfly make a cameo at the end.
Yeah, we do.
All right. All right, so basically, I'm gonna go as usual. I'm gonna go with Wildvine. Wildvine is the MVP of this episode on so many levels,
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna
he
have to.
and he oh sorry, I lose this one. And the only reason he got powered down is because the watch only powered all. Other than that, I'd say Wildvine was doing good.
Dude, the watch fucking sucks on this episode. Bro, I'm
It
sorry.
does.
It does. I can't believe I'm saying this. You know, uh, usually we don't. We want. I think it's fair to just say the watch fucking sucks in this episode. If anything that sucks is the watch. It times out way too fucking quick. It really feels like they're on a weird oh, we only got 30 minutes and plus commercials. We got to find a way to introduce Wildvine a little quicker. Let's time him out every fucking 5 minutes while he's searching for Grandpa Max. It feels like that. It feels like that.
This episode really was just kind of this. I mean, that's the thing with the watch. It really did not feel good with this one.
Yeah, good episode. Good episode. Good
Yamitrix
stuff.
really was not what's gonna fuck you this episode.
It was because I'm gonna choose my MVP, and I'm gonna agree with Wildvine because his introduction, while very quick, I did like it. It comes out of nowhere too, because you're like, so maybe because you're like thinking, who can defeat this? Maybe it'll be like a cannonball type, and like no, it's a plant creature. It's Wildvine, and
See, I'm gonna be
um,
honest. I'm gonna go Pokemon rules here. Flash would have been perfect though. I mean, I get they were trying to introduce. I get they were trying to introduce Wildvine, which is great, but I'm sorry. Heat Blast. Just burn the fucking place to the ground.
Heat Blast would have been fucking perfect. I would agree with that. Well, we got Wildvine, but he is the MVP. But even with that, the watch fucking timed out. So let's. I'm gonna add Ben to that MVP list because it's not an alien who. The alien technically, Wildvine didn't get the KO. It was Ben and his weird like fungusy like powder. So Ben kind of got the KO, so I'm gonna give Wildvine and Ben the MVP of this episode. Actually,
That's fair.
Wildvine, Ben, and fucking Gwen. I'm going there. That's it.
You know what? That's fair. You know what? I will definitely do. You know what? I'll give you that, man. I will definitely
Yeah,
give you that there.
yeah. Fucking Wild Mutt fucking was useless. I honestly think the moment he
And
turned
like,
to
which
Wild Mutt, it was gonna go down as shit because it's fucking tentacles, bro.
I knew, like that's so I because Wall is usually one of the stronger aliens of his. So the
Yeah,
fact that he was actually just kind of useless in this episode, like, damn, was that really necessary?
yeah.
It
Accelerate
was
was
funny.
used for search mode. He wasn't fucking really doing anything besides searching for shit, and Cannonball's just there to save. Cannonball.
By the way, fun fact. So for those who listen, when we were watching the episode, I did something that Ramen. This shows how hell froze over because I said this one thing. I said Ripjaws would have been useful in this episode,
I
and he
agree.
agreed to that.
I because it was raining. I was like, hey, I agree. It's raining. Ripjaws could have actually saved the kid, and I'm like, hey, I still hate Ripjaws, but I'm not gonna deny if he's useful in a situation that involves water. I'm like, well, then I feel like he should have been used, and I agree with you. I'm sorry. And if you guys, you know what? I know one of the most popular videos on my channel is me shitting on Ripjaws. Yes, I do think he sucks, but I do think he sucks. In using the right situation, I do think he's good. Yeah. So yeah, I agree with you, Berg. This channel has just become the I hate Ripjaws channel.
Basically, a meme at this channel at this point.
It's funny. The compilations of me shitting on Ripjaws are compiled with the compilations of us shitting on Gwen. I can, if I had that much time, I would do it.
You probably would probably in the future. You probably in the future when you're bored, like, yeah, fuck it, let's just do all the times we're shitting on Gwen and Ripjaws.
I'll do it after. You know what? After fucking finish season 2 of Ben 10, I'll fucking compile that list. Overall, good episode. Let's. You know what? I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it. Let's Omni rank this. We're gonna call these Omni ranks. Let's Omni rank this bitch. 1 out of 10 Omnitrixes. What do you give it, Berg?
I'll say I gave it a 7. It's a pretty decent episode, and I really enjoyed it. And I mean, sure, there was some hiccups here and there, but overall, pretty good stuff.
Yep. You know what? I'm gonna give it an 8. What was the last? Yeah. Wait. Did we rank the episode before this? Pretty bad, right?
Yes, we did. We did, and we said it was one of the worst episodes of the series.
Look out for that episode. It's before this one. Yeah. I'm sorry. Whoever fucking wants to defend the Galactic Enforcers, they can suck my Omnitrix.
Wait,
That fucking episode sucks.
do the Galactic Forces actually have defenders?
I fucking. It's gotta be one. We don't get comments, but like people watch this. Yeah, that people watch this podcast now. So you know what? If you're a fucking Galactic Enforcer, if you wanted to fucking defend these assholes, go ahead. I think the episode sucks, and you know what? I'm also titling the episode that podcast. I also titled that podcast episode. This Ben 10 episode sucks, and I'm not taking it back. This episode
It is one of the worst of these. It's actually we probably might get to something and because we're still halfway through the series, so we might get to something.
Mm-hmm.
But at the stand, that's probably the worst episode of the series so far.
Yeah. Uh, and we watch a lot of Ben 10, and we go in order, and that was worse. Camp Fear, I fucking love it, and I knew I was gonna love it because I'm like, it's the introduction to Wildvine. The Omnitrix does suck in this fucking episode. I do think it's a writer's thing. I do feel like you could have. I feel like they had to do that, but I give it an 8. Not bad. The kids learn a lesson. They learn a moral, and overall, it was good. So, with that, I want to say we do miss you, Kai.
The shade.
We love you, bro. Uh, we should not. We love you, bro. And with that, this has been another Omni Rewatch podcast. My name is Ramen. That's Professor Berg. Don't forget that if you want to catch up on a few more episodes of Omni Rewatch, there's a ton on this channel, also on Spotify, even though YouTube is primarily where most people watch this podcast. So with that, like, subscribe, listen to our voices as we talk more about this show, and stay tuned for the next episode, Season 2, Episode 8, The Ultimate Weapon. And honestly, with that title, I don't know how you can fuck that episode up. I'm not going to even read the description. I hope I'm not wrong. If that, you stay safe, Omni. I would say the actor who played Ben kills it as Ben. Like, I literally felt like he was only Ben straight from like the cartoon.
Wildmutt does not look good. He looks really cheap.
Yeah. Well, they blew budget with Wildmutt. They blew budget a lot, bro. I can kind of tell. You think that RV probably costs a shit ton of money.